um, and then capitalize on that. Because that's like, I mean, you technically can win without doing that. It's just way harder. To the point where it's like not really worth it, and most of what you're spending your conscious effort on should be like noticing habits. Okay, so yeah, Bitbadge is very good, I will say.
Wait, what is?
Bitbadge is very good. This player, he's very good at this
Really?
game.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like sort of a hidden boss, I guess, of one of the only ones of today's era, just because like he doesn't compete that much, but yeah, he's always really solid. He's probably one of the best kraggs around now because there just aren't any.
That's like the first like half of the games I was getting pretty destroyed, and I kind of like, I don't know, I started trying to play it more like Eliana, if that makes sense, where I was trying to just like not overextend and just punish mistakes or whip aerials harder. And those were a lot better, but it still feels like Kragg just gets a lot more room to do shit in the matchup than I do. And so like,
Yeah,
even though I say that I struggle to kill him and shit, it feels like neutral is like what I don't understand versus
what it really
him.
is in neutral is you just have to like run at him. You have to stick to him all the time because if he gets to pull rock at far range, it's really hard to get in. Because if you're far away from him, then that probably means you're close to the edge of the stage. You don't have like good air friction for rock. You get sent really far.
Yeah, dude, that shit's fucked up.
Yeah. And then, you're slow, which is the main problem. So you can't really... Like, if you're in kragg zone or something like that, right, you have down tilt. Down tilt is great at dealing for rock if you're in range to hit the down tilt. Because down tilt, if he throws the rock, it'll go over it.
Is that Nair also good against rock?
It is, but it's like not... It's not like, insane. It's not like super duper active. It's not Rano Nair or whatever. Or like Palm Nair, right? Ultimately, you're like still making a timing read, and he has plenty of time to hit you with the rock after you land. But the main problem is just that like doing a Nair as Malo or like anything really, like you're not getting that much closer to him by doing that because it just takes you too long.
Yeah.
The two real ways to approach rock when he has it is to like be like above him in like the neutral throw angle because neutral throw is slower than his other ones.
What do you mean neutral throw? Oh, kragg.
He has
what
a
do you mean
bomb
neutral throw?
No.
I thought you were about Malo's bomb. I was like, what the fuck?
Rock neutral throw, yeah. That one's slower. It has less range. It like doesn't hit tri-flats before you can react to it. And if you bait it out, like you can punish him really easily because he has to commit a lot to go re-grab the rock when he does that.
Yeah.
The other thing is if you can find a way to like pull a bomb without him chucking the rock at you, which usually means you jump in the air because he's gonna wait for you to land, and then you like chuck the bomb at him without being in range or like in the threat range of his forward throw.
Yeah.
You can chuck the bomb at him. He's never going to be able to parry it because he has to throw the rock first, and if nothing else, the rock will move the bomb out of the way. So even if he's actionable by the time the bomb would have reached him, it won't be there. So he can't parry it. But it does basically force him to throw the rock because if he doesn't, then he gets hit, and then you can approach. So in that respect, you can guarantee a timing if you can set up that situation. So those are like really your tools, is you can like go for a Nair, which will often send shards back at him. You can try to get him to whiff the rock, and that's actually not terrible now because jab will actually send shards forward, so you can pressure with that. Or you can get close and you can down tilt him because even if he throws the rock, it won't trade. Down tilt will clean beat it because it goes under the throw. That's basically it, right? Or you can throw a bomb at him and force him to throw the rock early. But like most of the kraggs on round start, they'll pull a rock. I guess he doesn't. The other thing is, kraggs like a lot like Eliana, where he will mostly rely on aerials on neutral. So you need to like be really ready to whip punish his aerials. Like you have time to do it for all of them. The real ones are just back air, which is faster and smaller, and forward air, which is bigger and larger. Or slower and larger. Yeah, it's very simple. But like, here, like, really what you need to do, you want to nair this, I mean, obviously. But yeah, he's going to try to recover aggressively most of the time. Again, that's like kind of like Eliana, where really what you just want to do, because backfires make you so prone to reversals, you just want to not get hit. Because him being in the corner, it's not as bad as it is for Eliana, but it's still pretty bad for him. Just because he doesn't have like amazing movement or anything. So if you can just like, sometimes you just gotta let him recover, and just like go to top plat here or something, right? Some place that can apply easy pressure and stop him from getting out, because it's a really easy way to just like set up a crag zone situation, or just like him recovering, and you know where he's gonna recover, right? He can
What do you
only really
mean?
recover
What do you
in
mean
one spot.
kragg zone? Because I hear that phrase.
Okay, you don't know, you're unaware of this concept here. Let me show this off.
Okay.
So kragg. Hey. Yeah. So kragg has, you know, options. Amazing. Fuck my practice mode. Anyway, kragg has options, right? He has like this option, this option, this option, right? You want to space out this, obviously, that's like his main first option. But the other option he has is this, right? And then of course, if you're too far away, then he has this, and then this is really bad. So you don't want to let him get this, but you also don't want to let him get this, right? So the way you can do that is just by sort of here, let me here. So that's one. Save state. Slot 2. Right. Here, let me actually let me okay. Slot 2. Loop shuffle. Okay. So, you know, if I'm in this range, I have time to reaction parry that, but also I have time to
The down tilt it?
or yeah, let me just, I'm trying to show off the concept, but I suck ass at it currently.
Okay.
Or that's this is hard to, because I have to be so immediate. Okay, you know what? Forget this. This is hard to do the demonstration because I have to press the 4 button every time. But basically the idea is pretty simple. It's a range where you can space out dash attack, you can space out like wave dash jab, but you can also reaction parry.
Down B.
Also, yeah, reaction parry down B because of the third spike, and if he pulls rock, you can whip punish it on reaction. And that's obviously a big deal. So that's like sort of the space you generally want to be in with kragg, and that's what's called the kragg zone. It's just like that sort of mid-range area, because he just doesn't have good mid-range tool. He wants to be long-range, which is pretty rare. If he's long-range, he basically wins neutral, because him holding a rock is him having advantage if you're at a distance where he actually gets to do that.
Yeah.
And if you're close up, then he has boxing tools. And your boxing tools are also good, but he gets more reward off it, so you just don't want to get hit by them. Also, his frame data is hockey better than yours for some reason.
No, dude, I believe that. I think kragg. This
He
is
does.
ridiculous.
His down tilt's like frame 4 or something, but yeah. So if you can set up like this sort of mid-range situation, model's not great mid-range either, but you have like down tilt, and you have bomb throw, which is great for rock pull. It's the easiest way to whip punish a rock pull. And ultimately your movement is better than his, so you can reaction parry down B pretty easily from pretty far away. If you can set up this situation, it puts him under a lot of pressure, because basically all he can do is try to create distance, which is impossible if he's in the corner. He can try to close distance, which, yeah, he can do that, but it's pretty unsafe because you're faster than him, and, you know, you're waiting for him to do something because he can't create space. And his burst option, which is dash attack, does give him a lot, but it's very whip punishable. You can whip punish it horizontally or vertically. It's honestly easier to do vertically, because as far as vertical stuff goes, he can go for nair, which is somewhat slow, or he can go for up tilt, which doesn't actually, it covers a lot of vertical range, it doesn't cover that much horizontal range. So if he's like approaching you from the corner, right, you can sort of just like Sylve blind spot him, you can like short hop nair at him, or realistically you just wait for him to do something, because ultimately if you're like dash dancing here, right? There's so little that he can like try to hit you with that will just work, right? That is safe.
Mhm.
He just doesn't have safe options. Is the real
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
Kragg. Like he can down tilt, but that like, you know, he can down tilt, but like that lets you get in or whatever, or it just keeps him where he is. It doesn't really put pressure on you because it's not a very, you know, it's not a very high range option. So that's sort of what I'm talking about. And that's really the best way to apply pressure on Kragg. It is very similar to Eliana, but it's just like in a more positional way. Where Eliana, I mean, Eliana is actually very similar because if you let her get far away, she can missile you. If you let her get close, then she can actually hit you, right? Her
Yeah.
range is worse than Kragg's, but at the same time, she is like better in the air.
Like bigger reward.
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, you don't want to get hit by her as much. Especially like out of the corner, Kragg actually can't do that much, except for like a bit of damage. Eliana will just kill you out of the corner. Sometimes. Like she isn't inhibited by comboing you out of the corner unless she's an overheat. And that's like the big difference is Eliana has that resource, Kragg doesn't. So the position is sort of like your equivalent to that. Is we can get in a good position for him is like keeping him an overheat, you know? And I would say also recovering edge running is honestly pretty similar, where it's like you're not gonna. Well, I guess it's not similar. You do kill him off edge running. That's the easiest way to kill him by far. But like it's just, you know, he gets a lot of time, but ultimately his options are limited, so you just have to like sort of wait him out. Anyway. Yeah, you see he goes for like this dash attack stuff. Like that's basically gonna be his starter. He's gonna dash attack jab you, and he's gonna go for up tilt or F tilt. F tilt for stage control, up tilt for a combo. But generally, like the big thing with Kragg is unless he wins neutral with an aerial, or you DI wrong on up tilt somehow, he's probably not getting that much when he hits you. He gets damage, but he doesn't get to like kill you.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal, because he just doesn't get kill confirms off jab. So like I think staying grounded versus him is pretty good, despite the fact that, you know, approaching him from the air is also really good. But you don't want to be in the air that much. You just want to like do it when you have to. But what that does mean is like again he's gonna approach you a lot with aerials. What
is he trying to beat me with if I'm in the air? Just rock?
If you're in the air, he's gonna try to dash back and dash attack you.
Okay, yeah,
that gives him the most reward. Either that or he will down to you, which is the real threat. If you're air camping him, he will just down to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. But you know, it's like a big commitment for him, because even if you can't parry it, you can like land on him if you're ready for it, and then dare him or whatever else. Or he will try to up tilt you. If he knows where you're gonna land, he can up tilt you. Up tilt will beat any landing option, but only if you're directly above him. Otherwise, he just won't hit you.
Also, this kind of a John and like not real, but the connection wasn't bad. But like, bro, I was playing him and it was like 2 buffer. I literally hit like 3 ledge dashes the entire time we played, and I was losing my mind.
You can see like this sort of thing. Also, by the way, just saying like down tilt, very common panic option. It's hard to reaction with punish down tilt, but you can just like do this, right? It's so easy to predict that he's gonna press a button here. You know, ideally you want to be like a little farther away because he could dash attack you from this range. Like if you're like a little closer to the water wheel, then you're good. And maybe you can't reaction with punish or down tilt. You can like go in and like jab him, and it's very safe. Anyway, like you can see, he's like trying not to go for the pillar position as much as possible. I think that's good for him because if you're pulling bombs, that just means, you know, that's like always the thing with pulling bombs is you have to sort of predict if they have the option, whether they're going to go for a fast recovery or a slow recovery. And most people, when they're educated, if they can go for fast recovery, they will. And then you just like stop pulling bombs and you just kill them for it because it's very obvious, right? You get more mix-ups by getting in a better position and, you know, doing your whole recovery shtick and getting your setups. So if you don't like pull a bomb here, then you can edge run him pretty easily. And this is the second time he's done like this really fast aggressive recovery.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like just thinking about when I wrote it down. It's like this is like, you know, sometimes I gotta let him recover, and it's like Punisher comes after it because like Kragg can just get on stage immediately and do some fucking move in my face.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
I was like spamming ideas when he was on pillar. I didn't know what to do. I was just trying to like.
It's hard.
I was looking to solve the fucking equation mid session.
A lot of the time, pillar, like you don't. It's very hard to directly pressure pillar. Like the one thing you can kind of do is if you're preemptive about it, you have a lot of options. Like Malo's pillar pressure is actually pretty good, But the problem is that he relies on it a lot, because you need to kill people with edge guarding pretty much always when you're playing this character.
Yeah.
And Kragg just has a good recovery. Like it's not a recovery also that like gets super mitigated by Malo's options like most characters do, because he can parry on it. And parry shuts down a lot of shit.
Yeah, I was trying. I feel like whenever I got like whenever I was like really preemptive about beating him on pillar, like wasn't terrible. Like I would sometimes like throw a bomb before he would pillar that would either hit it right after he pillared, or like hit him before he could parry. Like and that was working like sometimes. I feel like if he got on pillar, I edge guarded him like maybe 8% of the time. Like
yeah,
it's like whatever. Let's let him
that's
come
kind
back.
of the thing. It's just like it's like Eliana, right? Or honestly, like Zetaburn a little bit. Like if Zetaburn gets to the wall, you don't want to bullshit. You just want to wait, right? Because the thing is, when he comes back on stage, he's going to be a lot more vulnerable than he was on the pillar, honestly. Because now he's in a range where he can't fucking wall tech double jump near you if you hit him, right? If you hit him, you just hit him. And it's still only like this, like the space of this right platform is like the space you can recover to. So ultimately, like if you set up your ledge trap, he has like infinite timing mix, but he doesn't have any positional mix.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And like the only way he can really vary up his options on the stage is ledge dash, aerial, or side B. Side B, admittedly, really fucking annoying to deal with. It's really annoying.
Dude, I'm just the biggest chud move ever made. I hate Kragg side B so much.
What you have to do, I'm told, is like space back airs on it because it's negatively disjointed. But it's annoying. You have to be really ready for it all the time. And that's like the hard part about edge guarding him away from the wall too, is he's going to be siding to the wall most of the time, and you have to just stop him, basically. You can forward air him, which will trade, but then he can jump cancel, so don't do that. If you space it right, you can just forward air him outright. Sometimes you can down B him, but a lot of the time you just like need to sort of be ready to hit him during startup. And the other thing is like he has end lag on the side B, and you can hit him during that.
Yeah, I know that.
And ultimately, like, he might wall tech, but he's not going to be able to get back to stage most of the time. A lot of the time, your opportunity to kill him off of a recovery 2 stage is if he can't make it to the wall on one side B, because then you actually have a chance to hit him, and it's safe. Beyond that, though, like I said, you have to be preemptive if you want to edge guard pillar. You can do your stuff where, like, you have safe options, like, you can do things like pull bomb, Z-drop, and then like jab it. And there's like, he's not going to be able to do things in time to punish that. And any part of that process, you can just like cancel and then go to the plat and then forward airs, you can whip punish him. Stuff like that, right? But the easiest way to do it is to just have something ready, knowing that he's going to pillar. Because he is going to pillar, like every time. And if he doesn't, then, well, you're in a better spot anyway. So, things you can do. Let me just show this actually. Go practice mode again. Because honestly, it's good for me to allow this out too. I don't know that much about this matchup.
This is one where I thought about switching, but I was like, it doesn't feel, I don't know, it feels like one of Malo's worst matchups, but it's not like, something about it feels like infinitely doable, you know?
Yeah, this matchup is very doable, always. It's like a Sylvanos type matchup, right? Where
I don't know, I'm not playing Malo Sylvanos. Me personally. Fuck that matchup.
It's like a Malo Sylvanos in that you can just like kill him, right?
Yeah.
Or like maybe there's an inverse version of this, like what's like a winning Malo matchup? Let me check.
Maple, bro. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna do something a little more explicit than that.
Absa?
Not even Absa, because Absa doesn't have this. I guess like Edalus. Yeah, Edalus is like a decently winning matchup. Olympia is a good example, right? Olympia just has a good punish game, right? She can just kill you. But in theory, like, she should not be allowed to do that in that matchup.
You shouldn't be able to get to there, you're saying? Like, you're saying, like, she shouldn't be allowed to, like, get to that combo?
Yeah, like, you have such good tools. Like, Olympia Malo is a winning matchup for Malo without bombs. Like, you just have very good tools to beat whatever she wants to do. But ultimately, like, if she does get out of opening, she just kills you, and that's what makes the matchup really doable for her. Kragg and Sylvanos are like the same way, where it's like if you get them in disadvantage in the right way, they do just die, but it's just hard to get them to that spot, right? Like they have a lot of tools to stop that from happening. But if you know Kragg is going to save state free on CPU. Save state. Okay, great. Say Kragg does this. That's actually a little too low. Right? Let's say Kragg does that.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna do that, so let's say I'm pulling this. Or that's wrong. That's one thing. Bombs, for some reason, keep their hitbox when they're off of the screen. Until they blow up.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay. I want you to listen really carefully right now.
Yeah?
Hear that?
Wait, wait. I thought you meant like something you're about to say. Wait, do it again?
No.
Yeah.
You hear
Oh,
those?
so they can hit Kragg Pillar like below the blast zone? Like
Yeah. That's the sound of the bomb going off.
That's
right?
fucking crazy. I did not know that.
It just extends beyond the blast zone, and Kragg Pillar goes infinitely down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you do this... Sorry.
Yeah, I understand.
It breaks his pillar, right? And he has to go on stage instantly,
So
immediately.
wait, is that the explosion or the bomb breaking it?
Sometimes it's the explosion, sometimes it's the bomb. Firecracker is best because the explosion lasts the longest, but basically, I'm pretty sure... Well, let's see. I'm not actually exactly sure how it works, because we can't fucking look at it or anything.
Yeah, I know.
But, you know, Kragg Pillar is projectile immune for 1 second after it spawns. And both bomb explosions and bomb hitboxes are projectiles, of course. But after that, you can get broken by projectiles. It's possible that, A, the bomb doesn't get interrupted because it doesn't collide with the pillar. Like, maybe the pillar hurt box extends infinitely, but the collision box doesn't. So bomb doesn't get stopped from... Like, you know, when a bomb hits something, it loses its bomb hitbox, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that doesn't happen if it's off the screen, and it just works. And as soon as the Kragg Pillar is vulnerable, it just bonks it. Or maybe it's that the Kragg Pillar hits it, it stops bonking, then it blows up, then it breaks the pillar, right? But ultimately, it's actually fairly consistent. So basically, anytime you just throw a bomb, or yeah, basically anytime you throw a bomb down there, it's gonna break the pillar. Especially if it's Firecracker. Firecracker is just free. That puts a lot of pressure on him. An alternative to this is you can okay, that was a little early. Is you can like throw a finisher. Okay.
I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying, right? Maybe you do it like a little. You can do it like pretty late is a nice thing.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, like, as long as he doesn't have a way to parry it, which he shouldn't, if you're doing it low enough, if it doesn't land on the fucking pillar, right? The only way he can really stop this kind of pressure, also down B probably works a lot better now.
I was about to say, is down B not better than...
Yeah, down B is like the one case where down B is better, just because it doesn't have like the weird inwards angle that side B does. Because the way he can stop that, like, he can't parry the finisher, right? If you space it right, he's just not doing that. No, obviously, like, if he's really low, like, if he's down here, he's... Fuck. Like, if he's, like, down here, he's always gonna be able to parry it. But if he's not down there, then he can't really stop that from happening, right? He can't stop it from breaking the pillar. But what he can do is he can jump up onto the stage and forward air you while you're in your 43 frame animation and kill you. So as long as you are doing that while he's still busy recovering, he doesn't really have a way to counter it, aside from delaying the pillar, which usually will cost him height and or resources. Which you can't capitalize on that easily because you're still in end lag, lol. There's that. Honestly, the bomb throw beneath the pillar is better. But like in general, the time Kragg spends recovering to the wall, if you know you can't stop him, the easiest thing to do about it is to do your committal setups then, and then do the non-committal stuff after. Because
okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, basically he can't punish you for doing committal stuff. Like you can do like, you know, whatever fucking bullshit, right? You know, you can do whatever you want. While he's recovering, when he's on pillar, basically all you can do is like nair, jab, and Z drop and pull bombs. Like, you don't have that much that you can do. Even if you like go off and like down throw a bomb, it blows. Sometimes you'll pull rock on pillar, which changes your options slightly because rock can hit bombs, but he can't parry while he has rock. So if you like chuck a bomb down there or you like up throw a bomb, then he has to throw the rock to stop it from hitting him. It's like the same thing as when he's holding rock in neutral.
Yeah.
So that changes things slightly, but ultimately how you play ledge is mostly just like put out safe hitboxes that he can't parry with bombs, and then always be vigilant so you don't get hit, and then always be doing different things so he can't call you out for it, right? The other thing you can do, of course, is if you are really confident and you notice a habit, you just like go off stage and fucking hit him, right?
Yeah, I feel I've gotten most of my early kragg kills of like the startup of side B. Just like
Yeah.
I think
Startup of side B, you catch a double jump, you catch an air dodge. Even if you catch like a normal side B, like if he does it away from the wall and you hit it immediately with like down B is like the easiest one, but also like forward air. Even down air will like stall him and it will set you up into a position because it bounces you up where you can do something. And you keep him away from the wall, like he's just so fucked. If he pillars anywhere that isn't the wall, you just kill him. It's really easy to kill him, and you should do it every time. Because either you hit him on the pillar, which is best, like you just be aggressive, or you hit him coming back from the pillar, which is also pretty easy because then you have another chance to catch side B startup or whatever. And you have 3 jumps, you can just fuck around, right? You have down throw, you have like your projectiles that kill confirm, you can do whatever, right? And don't get me wrong, if you are inconsistent about that, you will lose because like it's like not catching an Eliana DMAC, right? You need to punish that because that is your win condition.
Yeah.
So definitely practice that, but ultimately, as long as you do the option you choose correctly and it's the right option, which is not hard to identify, it's just you need to be really ready to identify and you need to be able to execute consistently or you will lose. Because while that's a, it's like sort of like an execution check situation where it's like, oh, in theory, you should never not win this scenario, but if you do lose this scenario, you are so dead, right? It is so bad for you. He just gets a full reversal. He gets to edge guard you for free. You got no resources. It sucks. So
give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Be right back.
Okay.
Real quick. Alright, sorry, I'm back.
Hello.
I'm locked in, as some would say.
Okay. We're back to actually reviewing the VOD. We have gotten 20% of the way through, and I have been recording for
30 minutes?
30 minutes, yeah. Let's see. What's on here? Yeah, bomb, anti-air, like, that's another thing, is like, again, he's just gonna do a lot of aerials, so bombs are good at catching that, because he doesn't have an aerial that hits below him. Like, fair will lose to bomb from below, back air will lose to bomb from below. Nair sometimes will beat it, but like, the thing with Nair beating bomb is you have to like do Nair to beat the bomb, because if he does Nair in any other way, like Nair is not hitting you when he lands, right? Because he has to do Nair 1. Like he wants to hit you with Nair 1 when he lands, like he basically, and he's using that to hit the bomb. So, but yeah, like a lot of this sort of dash back stuff is just really good against him, because as long as you can like not dash, yep, there you go.
I accidentally just fucking died.
Dies. Yeah, like, it's literally like so free, and especially if they don't know about it, because they just die. It's great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like that's the other thing. This is another reason that like you want to have bombs set up is honestly, like you want to have bombs all the time in this matchup. If you pulling a bomb doesn't mean he will get a chance to pull rock. You just need to pick a bomb that's like safe. So you know, low percent you pick cherry, high percent you pick like flashbang, finisher works at low or high percent. Really, firecracker is like sort of whatever. Because if you can like chuck a bomb at him, it's great at interrupting aerials, it's great at interrupting if he pulls rock from far away, it's great at interrupting if he goes off stage, you can just chuck it under him, right? You don't have to set that up and you have time to do it instantly. It's great if he does slide off rock pull like this, you can chuck a bomb at it, right? Just because like your whip punish range for bombs is bigger than most of his moves, and he has enough end lag where it's actually feasible, he won't like get a wake up parry it. And honestly, like his backfire punishes aren't insane. Aside from like off-stage down B, basically the only thing they give him is a longer kragg combo, which is pretty bad, but it's not like he's lacking for ways to kill him from you. Like flashbang, the real thing you want to avoid is just flashbang at high percent probably, or firecracker. Anything else you're like okay. High percent is definitely a situation where it's like finisher where you might die. He doesn't have great ways to HP here to you know, like sort of do gap combos on finisher to trigger it, but you know, it's something to worry about. Like you can do jab too, I guess. Like high percent, you don't get to pull a bomb as much, but you want to have bombs a lot in neutral. But the real problem is like, oh, if you pull a bomb, then you're letting him get space or take space or pull a rock or whatever. So you just need to find a good opportunity to do that. Like when he whiffs and you can't punish it or something, just like an opening scramble. But yeah, slide off rock pull is like good, so you want to be ready to deal with that. Yeah, like again, like you just have to like wait for him, right? Because what is he gonna land with? Like he has side B, but as long as you're watching for side B all the time, like this in theory is a setup that should work. You just need to like, after this scenario, you just need to like up tilt it or something, or like forward air it, right? Something like that. I think the problem is just that you Nair 1'd it. If you had Nair 2, you're probably fine there. Yeah. Like a lot of time, that's the other thing is like off stage. You don't forward air off stage. You forward air when the forward air will hit, right? Forward air for coverage kind of sucks unless you're stopping side B sometimes, because like you can get him to situations where he's just like mega fucked without using forward air at all. Outside of like, you know, you can up tilt fair him and that puts him in the bad spot. You know what I mean? You Nair fair, whatever. But it's not like you go for flash fair on him. Like you go for flash fair when he is off stage with no pillar away from the wall. Like the fuck is he gonna do anyway? Because otherwise you're just like overcommitting. And that just gives him a very free opportunity on stage, because overcommitting is like the name of the game of how he gets you. But yeah, like you can see like this sort of situation where it's like, you know, you're like sort of floating above him. Like you're not actually applying as much pressure as if you just sort of sit around him and wait. But like a lot of time it's just like really about being safe and neutral, because he really wants to punish whatever mistakes you have, since that's like kind of the only way he wins neutral. Honestly, like his neutral is very flawed. Like he has good tools, but he has big weaknesses, so yeah. Also, the one risk of holding bomb, like kraggs who know, which is like no one honestly, except my kragg, is that they can up you and then kill you at 10.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, here. Let me... Whoop. You see text. Whoop. Rivals. Pillar? There it is.
Oh, VC text.
Yeah. Está bien.
Bro, what the fuck? God,
True kill
dude.
confirmed, by the way. Yeah.
I mean, I believe it.
So yeah, unless you CC it and then you can wake up parry it, but then he gets the whole stuff, all other stuff. Most tries will not go for pillar bullshit. Bitbad is one of the big pillar progenitors. Jesse, if he ever decides to come back, will spam the hell out of it. Well, you're fighting like fucking Cheesy Potato or ZB or whatever. I'm not gonna go for that shit probably. ZB White, actually, what am I saying? ZB will go for that shit. But you know, just watch out when he's above you, I guess. If you can parry it, he's mega fucked. If you CC it, you're plus as long as you're gonna have a bomb and you just jab him. If you're not CCing it, just spam there. Unless he hit you while you were in the air, then you're kind of fucked. And then if he hit you while you were in the air, just smash air dodge, or don't mash air dodge because it's waiting for it, and it's just makes up for it.
Good rage.
How did you get to 88%, by the way? Was it just from the finisher? I don't know. I parries this, yeah. Yeah, he just does so much damage, is the problem. Like, a lot of times, because of that, like, here's the other thing, you're not, like, winning in neutral necessarily, because he has rock, but if you, like, he wants you to be in a scramble so much more than he wants you to be in neutral. You just want to get out of here, right? You don't want to go for this reversal stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's basically giving him this win con he has in neutral, which is like, you make a big fuck up, right? You're not going to make this kind of fuck up in neutral that much, but you're going to make a lot of time when you're in a scramble, so you just don't want to be in scrambles where you're committing. You just want to run away most of the time. Because, like, you know, he can punish you running away, I guess, but ultimately he doesn't have that many ways to apply pressure from a distance unless he has rock, so...
You know, there's just my melee coach that I had for like a while. So I was thinking about near the enemy play melee, which is like, and a lot of top players, and which is so good, is that like, in a scenario where there's like a possibility for a reversal, they will simply never take the risk. They will just exit the scenario and punish any reversal attempt, and if they don't reversal, so what? They don't get hit at all, you know? Like, they're out of the scenario.
Yeah.
I feel like that applies so much to shit like to Malo matchups, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, people spam the shit out of reversals in this game. Like, because he's like fucking air dodge back air, right? Or fuck, I believe that. Right, you know what I mean? Air dodge, boom, boom, you're dead, right? People will also like match like, you know, fucking double jump, fastball down air, or like fastball in air. You gotta be really ready to punish that all the time. And the real thing is, like, it's very hard to do it in a way that's like super reliable unless you're really, really good. Because the problem is, ultimately, most of the time those opportunities come up, it's going to be because you dropped a combo, not because you know, your combo is ended, right? If your combo is ended, they're probably too far away for reversal to be viable. So they're just not gonna, you know, that's just not gonna happen, right? But if they are closer than that, it usually means you just drop your combo, right? One thing I noticed, like, top players will do a lot, or not top players necessarily, Shippy doesn't do this because he just doesn't drop combos, but Cake does this. Like, Cake doesn't do combos that are more than like 4 hits most of the time. Those are like low percents. Like, low percent reversals are so much stronger. Like, people say there's like no like low percent CC whatever RPS bullshit in this game. Like, if you're at 130 and the other person just respawned and you like jab 1-2 down tilt them, or for while you jab 1 down tilt them, you are in a mix up for your life. Let's not split hairs here. Like, if you're fighting Rano, he's gonna wake up strong you if you guess wrong the tech chase. That's just like how it is. But, you know, if they're at like, you know, 60 or whatever, you can hit them with an option that leaves you in a relatively safe situation. But a lot of what he'll do, Cake, will just be like, you know, he does like forward air, nair, down tilt, or whatever, or like forward air, up air, whatever. You know, you get the idea, whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
He gets people to like a range where they won't be able to hit him, and then he just like sort of sits around and waits for them to do something under a plat or something, some good position. And he just sort of like loops that advantage. It's kind of hard to notice if you're not paying attention, because it's not like he's doing fucking, no, it's not like he's doing like there, nair, back air, whatever, right? Forward air, and he's like doing this, right? He's just like, you know, he's doing this, and then he waits a second, and then he goes in, right?
I have never seen Cake do any type of fucking clip that Spiker posts, like, in his life.
Yeah, he just like goes for the consistency, and honestly, in tournament, that's probably a better idea. Because like you don't want to mess up. Like, ultimately, you said you played traditional fighters, right?
A bit, like not
A
like
bit?
the most. But
Maybe I'm
I
thinking
had
of
a
someone
bit.
else. Someone else said they do.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've played like 300 hours of Strive and like 100 of Tekken.
Okay, well that's like more than me. So you get the idea, probably, that, you know, you have like a really good combo you can get off your fucking whatever, but you don't go for it because it's hard, and if you drop it, you just don't get anything.
Yeah,
So you go for
yeah.
the easy shit instead. That's like kind of what it is. It's like less real in platform fighters because ultimately combos are way easier to do on reaction.
Mhm.
But it still is a thing. Like you don't want to go for like big DI reads unless you're confident, or like anything that has the potential to put you in a bad situation if you execute wrong or guess wrong. You just want to go for something that leaves you like in a relatively safe position, then just sort of float around and try to catch their immediate like wake up option, their scramble option. And that's like such a big thing against like heaviest too, because they will fish for their crystals to hell.
Yeah, I was
Especially
thinking
kragg
like
and Ellie, yeah.
I feel like when I was playing against like hockeys and then I was like thinking about baiting reversals versus your Ellie, like I was still losing, but I was like, this is like my mind has been cleared of all this
Mine is
fog.
good, yeah.
Like
Yeah, you were
it
playing
makes
that
more sense
matchup
now.
a lot better, and I could tell because I was getting pissed off, and that's how you know you're beating Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also another thing with kragg is a fun tech. I don't really know what exactly caused it. I think... Sorry, I posted a clip of it recently. Is it this one? Yeah. This is against Sly. She uses the same skill I do. Lol. Yeah, look at this. Up E1. Force flinch
Wait, where is
move.
this?
Here. Oh, I'm not streaming my Discord.
LOL.
Just, here we go. Yeah, there you go. Right.
Okay, I'm locked in.
I'm not sure exactly what happens, but if kragg is below the wall while his pillar is moving down, I think, at a high enough percent that it at least sparks, because that
I
has
saw
extra
that.
hit pause, it'll just like send him at a 0-degree angle and kill him.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. This is still being investigated, but effectively the source of it is that force flinch moves technically send at a 0-degree angle always. They just don't really have that happen because you never get force flinched in the air. The other case that we found to force flinch someone in the air is if Rano is crouching, his ECB gets wider, so if he crouches on the edge of a platform and then he gets hit by a force flinch move, he will get sent at 0 degrees.
So like Malo up B1? Like, is that what it was?
Yeah, Mala up B1 is a flinch move, so that's what allows that to happen. Because
I didn't know that. Okay.
It has like really high knockback for flinch move because it has knockback scaling and almost no flinch move does. But the problem is he'll just get comboed into the trail if you don't space it right. If it galaxies though, there's always going to be enough hit pause and he'll just die. Also, sometimes it will send left and sometimes it will send right, and it's not necessarily based on where you are relative to him or where he is relative to the stage. It's like very
crazy.
Unknown quantity, and I wouldn't recommend going in for it that much. But if you can hit it, like, you're posting that shit, right? So
Yeah, but
like a clip armor,
I'm not going for that, bro. Trust me.
but like, come on, you gotta understand
Dude,
me here.
look, dude, my clip arm is trying to read anything with up B with cherry bomb. Like I'm sorry, that's mine.
Fair enough, but like, I'm just saying, you go like to fucking heat wave or something, you hit ZU with that shit, like, you're never gonna hear the end of it. Like, that's generational. So
wait, no,
it's a
my
good thing to
actual
know
clip
about.
arm. My actual clip arm is just spamming glide slides.
Yeah, I don't see you do that much anymore. Maybe I just stopped paying attention.
Dude, it's hard on net play. It's hard. Cause I do it like with a visual, and it's like any fucking, I don't know. Also, it kind of just isn't that good, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's just like
What scenario?
how hard it is.
Also, I don't know when I would do it. Like, I feel like in what scenario is it like? Does it have a lot of use? If that makes sense.
You just catch people being far away from the ball with it. It like makes up for your shitty airspeed a lot. Like, you have to be really ready to do it. But you get like, you get like more confirms out of it for sure. Especially like down throw, which I can't do because I'm on fucking tilt stick. Yeah, like, also you can do it with bomb pull. I don't know if you knew that. That's like technically a special boost, which I'm not sure is the same from glide slide. Glide slide might work the same way, but yeah. Anyway, if you get like down toss, especially because down toss has like no animation, right? You can just like hit like you can like do bear fair full DI out with bomb toss glide slide.
Yeah.
Right? Like it just
That's so sick.
gives you like really good airspeed. It's like a needle boost, except you know you're not Rana, so it's not as huge.
And it's way cooler.
It is way cooler because it's not 3 frames. Although I wish it was like 3 frames or even just 2 frames, because then I could actually fucking do it. But no, I got it.
Hey, is needle boost like easy? Because
Needle boost
I've
is
tried
pretty
it.
easy. It's
I'm
3
really
frames.
bad at needle boosting. Like I'm.
That's really funny. You play Malo and you quad.
I guess it's because I can't. I guess because it's hard to let go of the stick and then press B and then like, I don't know. That's my problem, dude. Also, God, Rattles is so fucking buggy. I'm going into the training room to try to glide slide, and it automatically applied Bitbadge's pet to my fucking character. It's like,
Oh yeah, that'll
It's
just happen sometimes in Rebels.
and like your fucking tags will get fucked up and shit, you know?
Yep.
Like, you never need that shit is. Oh my God.
I don't know how that becomes a bug and then stays in the game for like years. But, yeah.
Dude, there was an Overwatch bug to like define the meta for like 3 months, where this one character can pop like a I guess like an install, where he like only can use melee moves, but they're stronger and he can block with his hands. But the way they calculated the damage reduction from block made him block 90% of damage. So he literally like couldn't die if he was blocking. And so yeah, and so Ramattra was meta for 3 months and it was the worst thing ever.
I see.
Terrible devs. Okay, wait. Let me show you. This is what I wrote down.
Yeah.
Let me know if you think that anything else I should add or if this is good.
Stay on him mid range. Yep. Sometimes you just have to let him cover. Throw bombs with a blast around the blade pillar. Commit off stage before he pillars. Do non-committal options after he gets on pillar. Try to stay very safe non-committal neutral. I would generally agree with this. The other thing I would add is like be grounded and
Okay, yeah.
go for whiff punishes all the time. Like you just like play safe basically. Like he has to play way less safe than you do. And then also when you're in disadvantage, don't play for reversals. Just play the reset.
Okay, yeah.
And
Also,
I should probably talk about. You should probably put the stuff about Rock in there too. That's important.
about like what's silly about it? Like
Rock,
bomb.
get in neutral throw angle. You can force him to throw it by chucking a bomb at him. Down tilt under it if you're close. Nair to call out the timing. If he whiffs it, you can jab it to send shards back.
Neutral timing. Down tilt goes under it. B in neutral throw range. What was the other one?
Down throw forwards it. Down tilt goes under it. Be in neutral throw range. Nair to call out the timing. If he whiffs it, you can jab it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. I gotta go now, so bye,
Okay.
but thank you.
Wait. One more thing. Fuck.